Senator Bolt. Senator Gale.
Here.
Senator Garcia. Here. Senator Harmon.
Here.
Senator Henderson.
Here.
Senator Furtado.
Here.
Senator Hammond. Here. Senator Kasoon.
Here.
Senator Marshall. Senator Mujica.
Here.
Senator Herman.
Here.
Senator Ramal. Here. Senator Salas. Senator Sargent. Here. Senator Tressa. Senator Walker.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Senator Walker.
I move to approve 116.
All right, Senator Walker has moved to approve the minutes from last meeting, seconded by Senator Hammond. Unanimous vote. Motion carries. Senator Herman.
I'm going to approve this week's agenda.
Okay. Senator Herman has moved to approve this week's agenda, seconded by Senator Brogan. Unanimous vote. Motion carries. At this time. Senator Kasoon.
I move to suspend the elections through both Article 2, Section 5, Clause G, and Article 9, Section 1, Clause B until next week.
Okay, Senator Kasoon has moved to suspend Article 2, Section 5, Clause G, and Article 9, Section 1, Clause A until next week, seconded by Senator Henderson. Unanimous vote. At this time, we will open up our gallery for any questions.
Madam President, my name is Zach Wensbauer. And I'm the current elections commissioner for ASISU. As Senator Kasoon said, we made a request to suspend the articles that apply to me presenting the results of the election to you. The reason for this is that there was a misunderstanding on my part. It was due to my interpretation of a separate law in the ASISU Constitution, specifically Article X, Section 4, Line 2, which states that all election results will be certified by the election board and approved by the Senate within 2 weeks of the election, except in case of protest, in which one extra week will be allowed. However, as all other election results are final, except for remaining school graduate studies, if it pleases the Senate, I will be willing to present the rest of the results of the election for ratification. All right, very good. And before I start, I would just like to say I was very happy to see this based on this year's numbers and last year's numbers. Under my term as elections commissioner, voter turnout tripled this year. So I was really impressed with that for sure. All right, without further ado, senators for the Arts and Letters, Alejandra Ali Salas with the Orange Party has been elected to the Senate with 47 votes. Emily Foltz, also the Orange Party, was also elected for those 2 seats with 64 votes. There's 1 seat for the senator for the College of Business. Ganesh Sapkota won that seat with 60 votes. Senator for the College of Education, Caitlin Jukes of the Orange Party was elected with 30 votes. Let's see, Senator for Health Sciences, there were 3 seats for that. We had Talon Sargent of the Orange Party with 64 votes. Matt Day, also of the Orange Party, with 56 votes. And Jessica Stigley with 51 votes were all elected. Senator for the College of Pharmacy, Kevin Furman of the Orange Party, won the only seat in that with 31 votes. Senator for the College of Science and Engineering, there were 2 seats for that. Shikara Karki won with 81 votes, and Samuel D'Amico of the Orange Party with 66 votes. Senator for the College of Technology, there was 1 seat for that. Liam Beery won that seat with 2.1 votes. The Idaho Falls Vice President race, Katie Beck of the Orange Party won with 67 votes. And finally, our executive ticket race, for excited to congratulate our new president and vice president combo, Jessica Sargent and Des Ruiz of the Orange Party won that race with 347 votes. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
No, not next week.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? As always, anyway, just a couple of congratulations to everybody won. A couple of reminders. I sent out an email on March 17th to you guys. Just please make sure you guys complete your ASI speaks. I know some of the folks that are trying to get the last minute people to do that. Please complete your ASI sanction service. You guys have already done it. And you guys are doing an amazing job this semester. You guys are making my job so easy. So thank you guys so much for that. And check the tweets more about time. You know, just get those down the line. Nobody wants to do that shit. I'm going to tweet. So, are there any questions, concerns? I'd like to have them.
I just want to let you guys know we still do it for Thursday and Friday. Anyone's welcome to go. That's a reminder.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
My name is Matt Day, M-A-T-T-D-A-Y, and I just wanted to introduce Brett. He's here to speak about the March for Science in April, so I'm going to turn it over to him.
My name is Brett Brownfield, B-R-E-T-T, and Brownfield, B-R-O-W-N-F-I-E-L-D. So I'm actually a student for this in the chemistry department, but we're part of ISU, but we're trying to make our March for Science not only just for ISU but for the whole community. So our march is a satellite march among 400 other ones globally to go along with the national march in DC. It's on April 22nd, which is Earth Day, so it's an easy day to remember. It's not the same day as the environmental fair, it's the weekend before, in case people go to that too. So our whole goal with the march is to show how science helps Pocatello, with their industry, healthcare, with resources, here at ISU with COSI, and just to kind of demonstrate that, because a lot of people don't realize how many of the local industries employ scientists, like Simplot on semiconductor, like the two bigger companies. Our march is nonpartisan, so we're, science helps everybody. It's not a partisan issue. It is definitely a nonpartisan issue. We're trying to get, students who like science, even if they're not scientists themselves, to, participate. We're following the March Science Expo that'll actually be in the south in the Wood River Room, Little River Room going downstairs next to the theater. So there we're hoping to have a lot of the industries and some ISU clubs and departments to demonstrate what science they do, right? Because most scientists, they go to meetings and talk amongst their peers and they never do public outreach. So our goal is to really demonstrate to the public that here's the science we do. So I'm just asking for you guys to support and, if you approve this or try to help spread the word.
Are there any questions?
If we all feel appropriate, you guys are using flags and stuff, right? We're starting to make those. So are we comfortable with just letting them use the ASIC logo on that? And that way, it'll hopefully attract more people. Okay.
We can also post about it on our social media.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we have a Facebook page too, the event. So if you want more information, it's all up there. We have a Twitter page too. Not as good as our Facebook one, but it's all up there on social media. We have some other places to do it. So the flyer we're putting together this week, we'll have like a Facebook QR code on it, so that you can find information about it.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to recognize them today.
Thank you. All right, President.
So There is a conference for the Idaho Student Association. Don't know what that is. It's basically like a coalition with all of the student governments in Idaho to try and, have more power over things that affect us. So that is April 21st and 22nd. At this meeting, they will be electing a board of directors. So if you are interested in that, specifically if you are coming back next year, please let me know so that we can reserve your spot for that and also talk to Annie so that she can work out travel reimbursement. I'm not going to take you, but I'm leaving like 6 hours early. So I think it starts at noon on April 21st and it says it goes to 9 on the 22nd. They haven't given me an actual agenda yet, so I'm not sure if that's like positive, but I think you would have to stay there 2 nights if you don't have like somewhere else to stay or if you don't want to drive back at 9 o'clock at night. But so they have a block of rooms reserved at one of the hotels in Twin Falls for this, and they want those reserved by tomorrow. She just let me know yesterday. But so if you are interested, please try and let me know tonight or tomorrow morning and talk to Annie tomorrow. Any questions on this? Is this the only thing we're talking?
Can I ask a question now? Sorry. So it's about resolutions. I totally agree with like cutting pay and stuff. But I was wondering if you would be willing as a writer to table them until next week so that we can, like as a Senate, see the student government budget breakdown to see how those fit in like with the overall, like just the student government budget. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we actually calculated these cuts into our budget when we made it.
Right. So what is it way that we can all like see that before voting on it?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But those were what finance discussed that we were going to put those to, so that's what we actually budgeted for. So if we didn't approve these cuts, then we would be significantly over our budget.
No, like I totally agree, but I just feel like we should be able to see how it fits into the budget before we go on it. Does that make sense? Because like, are these all the cuts that are going to be made? So this covers our entire deficit. Okay. I would still want to see it, but it'll be upstairs.
I would agree with Justin. Like, I want to see line by line the breakdown of everything that we have in our center manual that we do for everyone else. Like, I don't think that we should be exempt from the bullet list that said this is what this is, this is what this is. Like,
I'm not sure.
Are they just
The Excel
like
spreadsheet.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Okay, so they basically want what we did for like all the budget, where they know the direct and were like, this is the original budget, and this is what has changed. They just basically want that so they can see where we're taking it. For like ASIC specifically, not for all of like the line items, but just for how student organizations can be put. That's what they are asking. Does that make more sense?
So you don't want just like what my pay currently is and what like Jessica's pay would be next year.
No, that's what they're talking about. The change. Yeah. Just like the breakdown.
Well, like also including all the like ASIs, not our line items, but like what we pay for like travel expenses and more on there and like office expenses. Like that kind of a breakdown. Not like what Des was saying, just that you call it ID.
Okay, yeah.
Is that okay?
I can do that.
Just like another list that I care to have that to make you go do it.
How many of you would like to see this? Please raise your hand. Perfect. I'm proud of all.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, just let me know if you want to go to that conference. Or if we want like more than just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay. Senator,
We discussed a couple things in finance today. We have matching travel requests from several different clubs. Several of them opt out of their max $500 for the semester. So that total is $2,653.63. We had a lot that we appreciate. But that's good because that means before the year's over, people are using up the funds that are allotted to be available to clubs. So I amount of $2,653.63.
Can you close the breakdown?
Okay, yes. Okay, so it's the International Student Association requested $500, National Americans United, Native Americans United, $241.67, Kappa Psi Pharmaceutical Fraternity, Inc., $500, Phi Delta G, $500, $500, Fine Art Club, $84.67, Ecology and Conservation Biology Club, $91.67, Student American Dental Hygienists Association, $500, County Club, $146, the ISU Survey Club, $89.67.
Perfect. Is there a second?
Second.
John, all center person to approve match funds about $2,653. Seconded by Senator Walker. Senator Becker. Senator Bergman. Senator Vito.
Yes.
Senator Day.
Yes.
Senator Foltz. Senator Dale.
Yes.
Senator Garcia. Senator Harmon.
Yes.
Senator Henderson.
Yes.
Senator Picado.
Yes.
Senator Kingman. Yes. Senator Kasim.
Yes.
Senator Marshall. Yes. Senator Rivera. Yes. Senator Vernon.
Yes.
Senator Ramal. Yes. Senator Salas. Yes. Senator Sargent. Yes. Senator Trescott. Senator All.
Yes.
Great. Well, that motion cards are approved.
Cool. We have two other things. So we also we agreed to hear a contingency fund request from the Economics Club, and so that'll be presented next week. And then there's also a youth club fund request, the Idaho Falls Staff Club, and we approved them in finance, we got $200, and so we need to approve that here as well. So I need to approve the new club fund request, the Idaho Falls Staff Club, and that's up $200.
All right. Senator Henderson has moved to approve Idaho Falls STEM Club and $200, seconded by Senator Walker. Senator Becker. Yes. Senator Bergman.
Yes.
Senator Vito.
Yes.
Senator Day.
Yes.
Senator Holt. Yes. Senator Dahl.
Yes.
Senator Garcia. Yes. Senator Harmon.
Yes.
Senator Henderson.
Yes.
Senator Picado.
Yes.
Senator Kingman. Yes. Senator Kasim.
Yes.
Senator Marshall. Yes. Senator Rivera. Yes. Senator Vernon.
Yes.
Senator Ramal. Yes. Senator Salas. Yes. Senator Sargent. Yes. Senator Trescott. Senator All.
Yes.
All right, and with that, Idaho Falls STEM Club. All right, let's go down to rules committee.
Nothing to report.
All right, Einar. Pleasant report. Are we?
So just a reminder for everyone, as Deb was talking about on the 15th, we send out kind of try to stop in for that. So that we can get everything ready for the booth that day. And then just a reminder, well, on the 8th, we have to spend Carnival. So I have the people going to that and try to. If you want to still come and try yourself up, it's completely fine as well. It's an event, there'll be food. I think I volunteered us to do food as well as be in charge of the chalk outside. So we'll be in charge of those things as well as we'll be more than I asked, like, we had told about, so we'll probably be in charge of a couple other things as well. We really appreciate it, so thank everyone ahead of time for that. And it's really fun, so. Other than that though, I really think that's it.
Jefferson.
So we're still continuing to work on fully the weekly of the day. That is a guaranteed date. If you want to let your clubs know, if you're sending out emails for your checklist, that's what we're going to do is kind of events, other party music, international music.
All right, answers. The buckets are looking so bad.
So, if the buckets are still empty by 30, everybody can buy unless you're in college. And college bars gets to buy everybody. So, including me, because I haven't done it. So, nobody is getting away. So please, nobody stop. And then I have a blood drive on April 13th, it's a Thursday, and it's gonna run from 9:30 to 4. They're asking for volunteers, 1 hour shift. So I'll be sending out a spreadsheet for that. Please sign up, don't wait till the last minute, because they need this spreadsheet, like, for the volunteers, like, so progress. And then, what we talked about in the talk is the 2 events, I already forgot. Chris and McGillard didn't email me, so I'm gonna email you with more information on that as well, to sign up for that, like I said, don't wait till the last minute, because that makes me panic, and I don't like to panic, because it's scary, but, for sure. I'm gonna go buy some more drink for all of us. Hopefully, you guys will come in and get that food in. I don't want to get that. You'll love it, love it, love it. So, I believe you.
All right, cool. Seeing as there is no old business, let's read Bill 542. Can someone else read the bill? Yes.
Read the whole thing, right? Okay. In the Senate, Bill 532 by Jessica Sargent, Graduate School, sponsored by Kevin Herman, College of Pharmacy. This bill divides the responsibility of reviewing checklists and making appropriate deductions between Vice President, the President, the Elections Commissioner, and the Supreme Court Chief Justice. President. And I move to send Bill 532 to rules.
All right, so there's a motion to move Bill 532 to Rules Committee, seconded by Senator Walker. All right, rules, you will have Bill to review. Okay, resolution 5.
In the Senate, Resolution 558 by Johnny Henderson, College of Science and Engineering, sponsored by Iowa Salas, College of Arts and Letters, Jessica Sargent, School of Graduate Studies. The purpose of this resolution is to support a statement on sexual harassment issued by the Idaho State University chapters of the American Federation of Teachers and the American Association of University Professors. Whereas Idaho State University chapters of the American Federation of Teachers and the American Association of University Professors have issued the following statement. Sexual harassment is a serious violation of civil rights that threatens the safety and well-being of students and employees of the university, while it is incumbent upon the university to ensure due process for those accused of such harassment. It is also imperative that there be no retaliation against those who report incidents of sexual harassment. Such retaliation has a chilling effect on the educational environment at the university. We stand for fair and just treatment for all members of the Idaho State University community. Whereas these values echo what ASISU stands for, be therefore resolved that we, the student senate, support and encourage the aspirations of the state. I move to approve resolution 558.
Seeing that there is no objection, resolution 558. All right, resolution 559.
In the Senate, resolution 559 by Johnny Henderson, College of Science and Engineering, College of Science and Engineering, sponsored by Kevin Herman, College of Pharmacy, Emily Falls, College of Arts and Letters. The purpose of this resolution is to move the issue of smoking on campus to the higher priority of ISU administration. Whereas it appears that smoking around campus is not deterred by current laws or public safety presence, whereas faculty and staff have often been observed as abusers of our smoke-free campus status as well. Whereas it appears that smoking takes place most often around those areas of campus with heavy foot traffic. Whereas we have the ASISU early learning center on campus and often do activities throughout campus and are therefore exposed to the smoke. Whereas there's currently no convenient channel for reporting incidents of smoking on campus. Be it therefore resolved, the students of Idaho State University would like to work with the ISU administration in taking measures in reducing smoking on campus, and that this issue be prioritized for all the students. I move to approve resolution 559.
All right. So we're going to
previous.
Roll call.
Senator Parker? Yes. Senator Bergman?
Yes.
Senator Pico?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Folds? Yes. Senator Hughes?
Yes.
Senator Garcia? Yes. Senator Martin?
Yes.
Senator Henderson?
Yes.
Senator Hurtado?
Yes.
Senator Cannon? Yes. Senator Kasin?
Yes.
Senator Marshall? Yes. Senator Rivera? Yes. Senator Kerman?
Yes.
Senator Romero? Yes. Senator Salas? Yes. Senator Sargent? Senator Trusteback? Senator Roll. All right, so Senator Henderson has moved to pass resolution 539 for the rest seconded by Senator Walker, roll call, Secretary. Senator Walker? Yes. Senator Bergman?
Yes.
Senator Pico?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Folds? Yes. Senator Dale?
Yes.
Senator Garcia? Yes. Senator Herman?
Yes.
Senator Henderson?
Yes.
Senator Hurtado?
Yes.
Senator Cannon? Yes. Senator Kasin?
Yes.
Senator Marshall? Yes. Senator Rivera? Yes. Senator Kerman?
Yes.
Senator Romal? Yes. Senator Salas? Yes. Senator Sargent? Senator Trusteback?
Yes.
Senator Roll.
Yes.
All right, resolution 560.
In the Senate Resolution 565, be that Idaho Falls Vice President, Alex Salas, College of Arts and Letters, sponsored by Alex Salas, College of Arts and Letters, Mariella Hammond, College of Education, Nancy Mall, College of Business, Juwan Tresta, College of Business, John Henderson, College of Science and Engineering. The purpose of the resolution is to provide the Senate with the tour of the Idaho Falls campus before the first Idaho Falls meeting of the year. Whereas there are 2 Senate meetings in the year of the Idaho Falls campus, whereas many members of the Senate are unfamiliar with Idaho Falls campus. Whereas ASIC will be better equipped to serve students on other campuses when we know more about the campus's resource. Be it therefore resolved that we, the Student Senate, and support the implementation of the Idaho Falls campus first to be given the Idaho Falls Vice President on the date of the first Idaho Falls meeting every fall semester. I move to approve resolution 560.
Discussion. So the biggest problem I see with this. Second. So the biggest problem I see with this bill is I feel like Idaho Falls is getting far ahead of all other outreach campuses we have. We do have a football campus and a Meridian campus. Yeah, I don't think very much.
So I just want to, I agree. So the reason Idaho Falls has a vice president is because we maintain 2,000 students enrolled over a year plus and keep that. Idaho Falls is close, number is close. So they just don't have that representation, so we all could enforce that they have a tour. My biggest thing is, we wrote this resolution because we have senators come for outreach on Idaho Falls more often for other campuses. And if I were there or the Idaho Falls VP was in our campus there for outreach, if there were a tool and the senators who would go there for outreach, it'd be easier for them to run their way around. So it's not like you guys need to know more about Idaho Falls. It's more like it'd be more convenient for you and other students to understand when you're going for outreach or something like that, to have a better understanding. I agree, I think we all agree on that. We also feel that we need a lot of information.
Senator Walker?
I just want to reiterate the idea because I know I've worked at a whole lot of from outreach, and so they switched to something from CPS. CG. No, like it's in the law that the law before you start something like paper is good for the whole. And that was something I didn't want to clue about, so I wandered around for 10 minutes. Until I finally was like, okay, no, what's up, where we at? So I was doing this, it really helped out because they would come out and do the box with that. There's 4 months in the gym, and a couple others that were completely lost.
Right, we're going to go with Senator Salas.
Okay, and just with that, because since we do go to Idaho Falls for Senate meetings, I believe it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go 30 minutes before to get a little small tour and then get that lunch or dinner we always get. Don't just be there so
everyone can know where things are located. But yes, for Fall Meridian, I feel like it would be a great idea to maybe do more of the senators to go down there as well. I did the concept and it was a good thing. My concern is with time. We're looking at like an hour drive up there, half an hour for a tour, if that, to a dinner, to a meeting. You're going to require people to be there for several hours. Plus, we do outreaches out there. We give a lot of attention to the office. I'm not sure requiring an extra half hour is okay.
All right, so there's the go
I do understand that Idaho Falls gets more attention than Twin Falls and Fall Meridian because far fewer students attend Twin Falls and Meridian, far less goes on in Twin Falls and Meridian. My major, I guess my major concern, my major problem with the bill is just that it doesn't actually do anything. I feel like we're going to make the such a tour a part of our meetings, and we should put it into responsibilities that Falls Vice President, put it in the bylaws as it's something for the bill. Right now, this just says we like the idea of a tour. So I have no problem with passing this, but I just think that we should put that for a tour maybe next week, pass a resolution to the rules for responsibilities that Falls Vice President, bring a bill that amends the bylaws. But something, if we're going to do this, we should actually do it, not just say it's a cool idea and then move on. So.
I was kind of echo that Jessica mentioned that the way it is right now is that it would be a requirement. So if you wanted to show a receipt, if it's not the notebook though, it might mess up the logistics of renting vehicles from the university and driving up there based off of leaving and things like that. But as it stands, it's not the requirement.
All right, so you're not very last
I move to approve resolution 4. Previous.
All right, previous. Roll call. Senator Hubbard. Yes. Senator Rowland.
Yes.
Senator D'Amico.
With the expectation we will add something to at least make an additional optional tour. As is.
Senator May.
No.
Senator Holtz.
Yes.
Senator Bale.
Pass.
Senator Garcia. Yes. Senator Clement.
Yes.
Senator Henderson.
Aye.
Senator Hurtado.
Yes.
Senator Hammond. Yes. Senator Kasim.
Yeah.
Senator Marshall. Senator Muska. Yes. Senator Clement.
Yes.
Senator Ramal. Yes. Senator Sargent. Senator Salt. Yes. Senator Sargent. And Senator Driscoll. Senator Walker. Yes. Senator Gale.
Yes.
I like the idea, and I think this will, if we don't pass anything this year, it'll carry over to the next year's Senate, so I'm sure for a reminder of it.
Senator Marshall. Yes. All right, that is 565. All right, resolution 561.
Ready?
Yes,
So we're going to take all these, yes, after we do them. So,
you can just move to table.
we're moving to table. Okay. I move to table resolutions 561, 562, 563, 564. Second.
Senator Herman has moved to table resolution 561, 564, and 530, seconded by Senator Henderson. Unanimous has been all right. Resolution 565, Senator Holtz, do you want to read it?
In the Senate Resolution 565, by Jessica Sargent, graduate school sponsored by the Lincoln College of Mathematics, the purpose of this resolution is to update the Senate Charter Rule Book to reflect the recent elimination of the position of curriculum council representative. Whereas the position of curriculum council representative has been eliminated. Whereas the Senate Chairman Rule Book should accurately reflect the advisory position. Be therefore
resolution 560.
All right, Senator Walker has moved to approve resolution 565, Senator Henderson, the bill stands. Now, roll call. Senator Becker? Yes. Senator Berman?
Yes.
Senator Pinto?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Holt? Yes. Senator Gale?
Yes.
Senator Garcia? Senator Herman?
Yes.
Senator Henderson? Senator Furtado?
Yes.
Senator Hammond? Yes. Senator Kasim?
Yes.
Senator Marshall? Senator Benfica? Senator Kerwin?
Yes.
Senator Ramal? Senator Salas? Senator Sargent? Senator Testa? Senator Walker?
Yes.
All right, resolution number that, resolution 565.
And with that, resolution 566, by Jessica Sargent, private schools, sponsored by Alan Collins, College of Arts and Letters. The purpose of this resolution is to update the Senate site and Google to reflect and the recent elimination of the purpose position of chief of staff. Whereas the position of chief of staff has been eliminated, whereas the Senate site and Google should accurately reflect AFIC positions and duties, but it therefore be resolved that the staff section shall be eliminated from the Senate site and Google. And move to approve resolution 566.
Rather than moving to your motion, that with the addition that this will be put to effect for the next.
The friendly amendment for this resolution to be enacted of the next.
All right, Senator Salas has moved to approve resolution 566 with the addition that this does not go into effect until next year, so the president will have it. Roll call. Senator Becker? Yes. Senator Berman?
Yes.
Senator Pinto?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Holt? Yes. Senator Gale?
Yes.
Senator Garcia? Yes. Senator Herman?
Yes.
Senator Henderson?
Yes.
Senator Furtado?
Yes.
Senator Hammond? Yes. Senator Kasim?
Yes.
Senator Marshall? Yes. Senator Benfica? Yes. Senator Kerwin?
Yes.
Senator Ramal? Yes. Senator Salas? Yes. Senator Sargent? Senator Testa? Senator Walker? And with that, resolution 566 passes. Resolution 567.
And the Senate Resolution 567, by Jessica Sargent, private schools, sponsored by Colton Hoover, College of Education. The purpose of the resolution is to update the Senate site and Google to reflect the recent elimination of national lobbies. Whereas the position of lobbies has been eliminated, whereas the Senate site and Google should activate their pay section positions in the resolved the highest section shall be eliminated from the Senate site and Google. I move to approve resolution 567. With the friendly. Okay. So I move to approve resolution 567.
All right, Senator Walker has been to pass resolution, well, through resolution 567, seconded by Senator Salas. Senator Becker? Yes. Senator Berman?
Yes.
Senator Pinto?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Holt? Yes. Senator Gale?
Yes.
Senator Garcia? Yes. Senator Herman?
Yes.
Senator Henderson?
Yes.
Senator Furtado?
Yes.
Senator Hammond? Yes. Senator Kasim?
Yes.
Senator Marshall? Yes. Senator Benfica? Yes. Senator Kerwin?
Yes.
Senator Ramal? Yes. Senator Salas? Yes. Senator Sargent? Senator Testa? Senator Walker?
Yes.
All right, with that, resolution 567 passes. Senator Henderson, resolution 568.
In the Senate, resolution 568 by Jessica Sargent, graduate school, sponsored by Johnny Anderson College, Science Engineering. The purpose of this resolution is to update the Senate site and Google to reflect the recent elimination of the position of traffic field representative. Whereas the position of traffic field representative has been eliminated, whereas the Senate site and Google should accurately reflect ASIC position and duties. Be therefore resolved, the traffic field representative section shall be eliminated from the Senate site and Google. I move to approve resolution 568.
All right, Senator Walker, Henderson, motion to approve resolution 568, seconded by Senator Senator Becker? Yes. Senator Berman?
Yes.
Senator Senator Furtado. I'd be like, I move to nominate Senator Furtado for Senator of the Year. Someone would second, so Maureen would be like, oh, second. And then Furtado would have to either accept or deny the nomination. Yep, all right, so Senator Henderson.
One of the pieces of paper. When we don't actually know, we can vote.
Senator,
I move to nominate,
just nominate.
I nominate Senator Sargent.
All right, Senator Henderson has nominated this Sergeant Secretary by Walker. Sergeant, do you accept the nomination? Wow. Third, I nominate Senator Henderson. All right, Senator Walker, no, Senator Cameron nominates Senator Kasoon, seconded by Becker. Kasoon, do you accept the nomination? Shaw. I love it. Are there any other nominations? So, oh, Senator Kasoon, sorry.
I nominate Senator Salas.
All right, Senator Kasoon is nominated. Senator Salas, seconded by Senator Cameron. Do you accept your nomination? Sure. Do you? All right, Senator Holt.
I move to nominate Senator Walker.
Walker. Walker, do you accept your nomination?
Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah. I nominate Senator Henderson.
Second.
A second. Henderson, is there a second? Is there? All right. Is there? Okay,
I'd like to nominate Senator D'Amico.
okay. Second, Domingo, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Wow. All right. I would like to nominate someone. It's not because I'm biased, and it's not because I don't want to leave, but I would like to nominate.
Second.
Honestly, we should nominate all of them. All right. Is that all? All right. So, the people who you will be voting for, there is Walker, Virginia Walker, Sargent, Henderson, Day, Kasoon, Salas, and D'Amico. You get one vote. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Do we have one?
Oh my God, I'm so looking at you like. Oh, I love that.
Oh, we don't find out.
I can find out right now for the time.
It's like.
So do you know? Actually, they're here on the top.
Or is there not?
I think there's here on the top. There's way after.
Cyrus says no. Only this time. Sorry. She's busy with. She's not here.
All right, take out a second piece of paper. First round was very competitive, so if you guys would write down who you think is Senator here between Senator Sarver, Senator Singh, and Senator Walker.
Okay, you're hiding it. We can look at
Who are the actual tigers? I saw you up there. This close to me, they don't hear I literally.
No, that's not voting. We're not voting either.
No.
Let's just take it,
I wasn't working. You beat my kid, so I'm lying. Christoph, come on, who's gonna score? Dude, I did it. I was way better. So many things. Yeah. These kids are supposed to be reading the whole letters. And now they what?
Another one.
I don't want to even see the paper. You just pass it back out.
We got two passes of friends.
Who's running? I remember why.
You will be voting between Walker and
Oh, yeah. Already. Are we not?
Hey.
You're even close here. Yeah. Hey, you laughed.
Yes.
Johnny has to go work out at 6. Or something. Johnny works out there. That's that. Put your hand together.
Oh, your hair on
I'm trying not to make it happen.
Really?
I thought it was.
I thought about putting all of them as not.
So, but what if can't we just both win if it's tied that many times?
That was not me.
Just take it. If they're 21, it's fine. Just pick one random out of the cup. We can vote again. Are you really are
No, I'm really not. Wow, I didn't.
She's not.
Did someone already wait for anyone vote? Someone should have already voted.
But wait, if you took out an extra one, is it a tie? Is the thing. It's not a tie now.
So it didn't really matter to me to vote out. I would share with Crystal. It's easy.
Senator here has been decided.
Yay.
All right, so let's do my son.
Try to make my favorite. Second.
Yeah. Here, Senator Brogan, Senator Pinto,
Present.
Senator Bay, Senator Cole, President, Senator Gale,
Here.
Senator Garcia, here, Senator Herman,
Here.
Senator Henderson,
Here.
Senator Hurtado, here, Senator Karen, here, Senator Lucier,
Here.
Senator Marshall, Senator Muscat, here, Senator Herman,
Here.
Senator Ball,
Second.
Senator Ball, here, Senator Carson, here, Senator Shulman.
Here.
All right, and with that meeting is adjourned at 7:07.